I'm pretty sure you are that I'm here to talk about Mighty Number 9, and yes, I am. And I bet you all do know me, but for those of you who don't, hi, I'm Jade Amasonic, and this is okay, hold on, and this is Mighty Number 9 bosses, ranked from easiest to hardest. I got my list right here, and I'm ready to begin the countdown. But before I do, I do have some few rules. Okay, all these bosses will be ranked on hyper difficulty, which is the second hardest mode in Mighty Number 9, and I'll be only combating them using the Mega Buster, which is Mighty Number 9's default weapon, which is considered by Mega Man. If I use the weapons that they're weak against, then it'll be no challenge, and it'll be much easier. But without that out of the way, let's begin. And also, but before I do have an announcement. The next time Ultra Fighter missions the trailer of the next time will be revealed tomorrow. And also tomorrow is my cousin's birthday, so I'll be able to get that out of the way. But before we do, let's begin the list. Number 1, Canine. Height 333, weight 1,009 pounds. Canine is typically the easiest boss of Mighty Number 9 in my opinion, and is the only boss that I can do with no damage. So let's talk about why he's easy to defeat. So for starters, he'll stand there around for like 1 second and constantly jump around the arena. So for starters, he'll start shooting around these awesome pellets that it actually is way more graphic. For starters, you have to shoot him in the eye before he gets to that. And then after you destroy the eye, he'll then start running around in the arena again. For starters, he'll try to look around. So he'll try to look around for you. So you might want to use the barrier so he won't hit you. And another thing that you can avoid him is that going down his mouth. And then he'll call out for help, trying to get some eye or trying to get himself restored or get himself blown up. And so when he does kind of get blow up, he starts doing the same thing, like etc. Yeah, blah blah blah. So once he's blown up, he'll start doing the same thing all over again, which is not fun at all. Instead, once enough time has come, he'll start coming around and he'll start walking around and calling for some help again. And so then he does the same thing again, but this time he'll call for help. But then somehow those items just switched. Well, instead of a nitronetic bomb, it's an eye security guard, which then will fully restore his eye. So you might want to do this over and over again before he tries to start eating you before you don't knock out the eye. Because if you don't knock out the eye first, you're going to be in a world of trouble. But thank God you have Call to do it, because she is my favorite character. Number 2, Ground Digger, whose height is 300 and weighs 450 pounds. And again, the Ground Digger is one of the other easiest bosses that I can do with no damage, or 1 or 2 damage. So let's discuss why he's easy to defeat. So for starters, you attack him, and he'll start rolling around in the arena. Until then, he starts to blow out this water thing just to try to smack you with water. But then actually falling boulders come in and drop you onto your face. So you might want to dodge that and react real quickly. Then he'll start floating around the arena, and then he'll start rolling around in the arena again. And then he'll start drawing these bombs, so you have to destroy them quickly or else they'll explode. That's what happened to me. And that's all he does. Until you defeat this for the first time, if you don't know what you don't want to do, these are the only attacks that you can actually do. That he'll actually do, which makes him really easy. That should alone tell you how easy he is. Number 3, Cryosphere. Cryo is a kind of easy boss that I can defeat. So you might want to do this like the international way. So let's talk about why he's kind of easy to defeat. So for starters, he'll just boost himself up with his water gun. And then he'll start freezing it, trying to pull you into an iceberg. Then he'll start shooting these ice bullets. So you might want to shoot him before he drops onto the air again. And then he'll start doing the same thing again. But her ice bullets can change. Somehow, a bouncing bullet. That really frustrated me before that. But until then, she can boost herself and try to freeze you which is basically one of the most annoying things. So you're gonna have to react quickly. Like I said, you can only have to use the Mega Buster for. You're like every boss is gonna be ranked by only using the Buster. So for starters, if you're freezing, and plus if you freeze, then she'll just spike you. And she'll spike you indefinitely, which is instant kill. But sometimes it can't be instant kill. But if you get caught in this with under half health, it's basically an immediate KO. But for starters, I kind of really enjoy this. Number 4, Dyna Tron. Now this is where all the bosses can get challenging. So let's talk about why Dyna is kinda easy to defeat. Unless I can get this right. So for starters, she'll just float around the arena, just trying to attack you just by floating around. So you're gonna have to but don't underestimate her. She'll have these lightning little things that I can't remember, that I don't even know what they're called. But if you don't destroy them quick enough, then she's gonna have to shock you. Then she'll have to shock you immediately, like this, or not, since you already defeated her. Next, she'll float around the arena in a big square, doing the same thing over again. But sometimes they can change, and somehow they can stick onto you, and somehow they'll stick on. But when enough time has passed, see, that's how she shocks you. But then when enough time has passed, she'll use these things to create an energy force field. So I recommend you just trying to shoot, mass do it, or just use the brandish sword just to do the job for you. And also I died one time that I just did this. I really enjoyed this boss. I really actually kind of enjoyed this boss so well, making her slightly a little bit easy and slightly a little bit hard. Number 5, Seismic. Now this is one of my favorite bosses to defeat, but just to get him, he's one of the most middle-aged bosses. He's one of the most moderated bosses that I've ever faced. So let's discover why he's kind of hard to beat. So for this starters, he'll start So he'll start dashing into his drilling hands, just try to defeat you. Then, once enough time has passed, he'll crush the ground and start making an immediate shockwave, dropping boxes in your face. Then he'll start rolling. Then he'll start rolling around, dashing towards you, trying to crush you into like little pieces, just like a normal robot would do. But then, once enough time has passed, once he starts to get more furious, then he'll start then a boulder just drops down in his hands. But if you don't act fast enough, he'll start throwing that boulder around. Then he'll crush down the arena heavily, then causing more the walls, the pillars. Yeah, then he'll start causing the pillars to go closer. Just because how hard this guy is, I immediately enjoyed this on hyper difficulty, which actually gives me a clear advantage to take him down. We love how you play, Mick, and we love taking you down every single piece by piece. Number 6, Pyrogen. Despite being the first boss in this game, Pyro is one of the hardest bosses that I ever faced, which is something that I actually like. In my opinion, there should be no such thing as an easier boss than this game. But enough with chit-chatting, let's talk about why he's so hard to defeat. So for starters, he'll just charge himself with a dash rate fire attack, causing fire to set off to in back of him. Then he'll start doing it again. So you're gonna have to jump higher quickly before. So you're gonna yeah, my head's going out. I'm scattered somehow. Then he'll start charging into you. Then he'll start charging into you like a firebomb, causing an explosion to wrap it on. Okay, let's have this all over again. Once enough time has passed, he'll start activating his blue fire, which is the hottest fire than red fire. So he'll start doing the same. He'll start doing the same things again, like blowing up and trying to crush you with a belly flop and charging in fire. But there's one thing that holds him down. he can actually, if you start getting close to him against his blue fire, then he'll start hugging you real tight, causing a massive explosion. By being the first mighty number to defeat, I actually enjoyed this quite and pretty much, which is one of the biggest things that I like about mighty number 9. Well, except when I defeat him, which is really sad. You've probably seen this one in the intro, so number 7, Counter Shade. So this boss is actually kind of tricky on hyper difficulty because he'll start teleporting around. So let's get to why he's one of the hardest bosses in the game. So for starters, he'll start teleporting around the arena, like including like on the lamp, like right over here where he's landing at, or behind these different chairs. But the only thing that really makes me mad right here is that if you get hit 3 times, then you already lost the battle. You're gonna have to start all over again. So if you get like boom, 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 and dead, you're dead. Which is one of the most frustrating things. So he'll start teleporting around the arena over and over times, trying to shoot you with normal bullets or bullets that can actually confuse you. Which the bullets that can actually confuse you was one of the most frustrating bullets that I ever had to face. But once enough time has passed, when he gets around under half health, he'll start going other places, sending these round things to protect him and shooting these purple bullets at you, which can actually confuse you, like I said in the last one. Now, and then once enough time has passed, he'll clone himself, going to confuse you and trying to trick you, which is the real one. For being such a difficulty boss, this actually really makes me mad. And I also died like 3 times, which actually makes me mad for some reason. But defeating this, I actually really enjoyed this, even better than what Shovel Knight's bosses have. Number 8, Aviator. Finally, I discovered that name. Thanks, guys. So Avi is one of the 5th hardest bosses that I've ever faced. So yes, I accidentally went vice versa. So for starters, he'll start flying around the arena, making this thing that is floating around him like a camera. So he'll start floating around. But once enough time has passed, he'll start charging you up, down, sideways, out, or in. Which confuses me, which he'll start shooting bullets at you just like Beck does. He doesn't shoot lemons, but shoots actual bullets, like not the bullets from Counter Shade. You'll probably get what I'm saying. But once enough time has passed, he'll start dropping bombs at you, which really frustrates me a lot. Now I recommend myself using Brandish, but that would be a little bit of cheating, so you're gonna have to dodge that outside your own. But once enough time has passed, he'll start going out the arena and start shooting weird bullets at you, which not even shaped like bullets. He'll start dashing at you with an incredible speed. Despite having a boss like this for the 5th boss, and I actually really enjoyed this. And of course I've died 3 times still, which does actually make him one of the hardest boss inside Mighty Number 9. Number 9, Nameless, which I don't know his name. So number 9 we got over here, and this is Nameless, which has a no name. So he's one of the hardest bosses that I could ever try to face. So let's start why he's hard. So for starters, you're gonna have to shoot him in the eye, but before we do that, he'll start charging his arms, one on the top and one on the side. So you're gonna have to dodge both of them. Now the one on the top creates punches so hard that he creates a massive shockwave, and the one on the other arm, which actually charges in forward at you. So you're gonna have to jump real high and dash real low, and then you're gonna have to start shooting him right here, which is actually MOM, which is pronounced as mom, which is actually kind of a funny acronym. And yeah, I don't know what the acronym is, so don't even ask me questions, because I don't know what the acronym stands for with the mom. So then, once enough time has passed, Mom will start respawning a Nameless again, but it's doing something different. he'll start boosting two heavy fists at you, causing a bigger shockwave. Then when Mom gets to under half health, the Nameless will then spawn again, but this time blocking his eye, then starting shooting these rockets at you, which actually pretty frustrates me because I can't dodge it without the aviator. So you're gonna have to dodge them fastly before they start crushing into you, because just like the fight with a shade, if you get hit by 3 of these rockets, then you're already lost the battle, and you're gonna have to start all over again. And so that's not the only thing that he does. Once the time has passed, he'll start dashing into you with an incredible speed, which actually pretty frustrates me because I can't dodge this. For a boss like Mom or Nameless, I actually pretty enjoy this battle really much. Number 10, Battle Lion. Destiny! Sorry, I love that line. So for starters, he's one of the second hardest mighty numbers inside all the Mighty Number 9 history. So let's explain why he's the second mighty number hard boss. So for starters, Bat will just jump around in the arena and shooting these bullets with his minigun sidearm. Then he'll start jumping and start shooting you. So you're gonna have to dodge them with incredible high speed. Or if you want to have a fine play, you can dodge under the bullets, which I did. Then he'll start shooting these really two weird rocket launchers that really make me mad. And plus, it's so hard to dodge that I die a lot. And plus, if you get hit by 4 times on the Battle Lion, then you already lost the battle, and you're gonna have to start all over again. But that's not. But these attacks are not compared to Bat's ultimate weapon. So once you dash into him another time, he'll start to shoot a rocket at you with ready, aim, fire. But if you think that won't explode, but if you think it's not gonna explode, then you are dead wrong. Like I said, you're immediate dead wrong. Once enough time has passed, the bomb will start blowing up in your face, causing a massive explosion to charge. So for a boss battle like this, I actually really enjoy this battle. Well, except for the blue rockets, which really make me mad. Number 11, Trinity. So the final boss against Trinity is basically unlimited. For starters, she'll start throwing her body around, which basically reminds me of the Yellow Devil from Mega Man 1, Mega Man anything, Mega Man Power Up. But when her body starts to disreact, when enough time has passed, she'll start flying around the arena, causing her to disorientate her body again, but this time falling down of her like rain. And then she'll start reappearing herself back up, like scientific method thing. I don't know. I forgot back in the 5th grade. Then when she gets around under half health, she'll start disorientating her body around in a circle, which is actually kind of easy to dodge. But this boss is really tricky. It starts to pretend like you defeat the boss, but then she'll start returning with a second irritating centipede form, coming back at full health. So for starters, she'll just walk around in the arena, which is not that centipedes do. But the things on the bottom of her is completely vulnerable. So you're gonna have to destroy those first before destroying the core of Trinity. So then she'll start doing it again, left and right. But what's different is that she'll start popping up in the middle, so leading these two vulnerable things at will again. So she'll start spitting out these little virus bullets, which is actually weird and gross, which actually makes her completely invulnerable, which those things aren't actually shield. But when she gets around under half health, she'll start spitting out these virus blowing things. I don't know really. I actually don't know what they actually are, but I do know it's actually almost instant kill. Because if you get hit by 2 of these, then you already lost the battle, and you're gonna have to start all over again, which really frustrates me a lot. But for a final boss, I actually really enjoy this so much. But in my opinion, this isn't the hardest boss. Ooh, no. What can possibly outmatch Trinity? But after doing some extensive research and a little bit of gameplay, I found the answer. And number 12, the hardest boss and the hardest robot master, and especially in Maniac and Hyper difficulty, is the battle against Brandish himself. Now, you guys are going to be pretty mad at me for saying this, but he is definitely the hardest boss in my opinion. So for starters, he'll just say wandering around, jumping in the air, kicking his feet, and then he'll start turning himself completely invulnerable for like about 2 seconds. Then he'll start spin dashing around into you, kicking you in the air. And then he'll start spinning around with the swords, and the swords like around you. But then that's not all he does. After reaching under half health, he'll start dashing into you with an incredible high speed, making him massively faster than light. So you're gonna have to dodge him with or without Sesament on your side. This boss is just super annoying and super fast. As being said right in the intro before I even introduced him, he is incredibly fast, incredibly invulnerable or vulnerable for about 2 seconds, making him the hardest in Mighty Number 9.
I thank you.